Hello, welcome to Conversation Corner. I'm your host today, Jennifer Clark, and in the studio with us from the Tuscarawas County Library is Rachel Leishman, and along with her from Connect Ohio is the project coordinator, Nicole Smolik. Right?
Yep.
And obviously we're going to be talking about Connect Ohio. So Nicole, let me start with you and have you explain what this is, because it has to do with computers and getting people ready to jump on their computers, right?
Exactly. It's a federally funded program. It's our Every Citizen online program. We are trying to get all of Ohio citizens to adopt broadband. One of the first steps is getting them comfortable with the computer, learning basic computer skills, the internet, the use of the internet, and getting the email started and that sort of thing. Very, very basic. It's a 6-hour course that we provide to adults 18 and over. There's no requirements. You don't have to have any special anything. You can basically walk into a place that's providing the training and take the training.
And the training is at the Tuscarawas County Public Library.
Yes.
Let me ask you, Nicole, why is that so important that people know about computers?
There's so many things that one of the biggest barriers to internet adoption is seeing the benefit to it. So kind of what we try and get people to understand is that you can connect with family, you can work from home, you can fill out resumes and do that sort of stuff from your home. You don't have to go fill out an application, drive 3 hours, or drive around town everywhere. You can send out multiple resumes from one place. The same thing with like Social Security, filling out forms for that, not having to drive to an office that could be 20 miles from your home. And for somebody who's possibly a senior citizen, that's a lot of it's a full day. So being able to learn how to use the internet for those type of things, we're trying to show that benefit.
And how long has Connect Ohio been offering these classes?
We've been offering the classes since January of 2011. We received grant funding in August of 2010. So it's a fairly new program, but it's definitely taken off. We are providing it at over 275 locations across the state.
And Tuscarawas County Public Library, how long has it been going on there?
We've actually been doing classes since January 2011. Mm-hmm. And we have them at all of our branch locations, and we've started to reach out to other remote locations as well. We do them at the Carlisle Inn as opposed to our branch now because we couldn't fit a lot of people there. And then at the Ramada Limited in Strasburg, also for fitting more people there.
So it must be really popular in our local area that people are taking these classes.
It really is. I think we had about 200 people in 2011 take these classes, and we always offer one at our New Philadelphia location every month and then one at one of our branch city locations. So,
did you think you'd have that many people?
Well, we hoped, and it really has taken off. We've done various promotions and are working on some more, which we'll talk about today. But, we had a lot of people on waiting lists, and we've just had an amazing turnout.
And what do they learn? Like you said, they learn to figure out their email. They
Mm-hmm.
learn to, browse things and search for information. And that's kind of all you really need. But people are afraid. Do they tell you that when they come into the library?
We do. We hear a lot. It seems like everyone's afraid of computers. It's just an unknown. We're afraid of the unfamiliar.
Well, because if I click the wrong thing, and I work with computers every day, but if I click the wrong thing, it's all lost.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It can happen. What's important to note is we start very basic.
Yes.
You have to have no experience coming in. So
you don't have to own a computer?
Not at all.
No.
We actually have 12 laptops, and we set you up right when you come in the door. We start with how to turn on a computer, how to work a mouse. We do some mouse exercises so that you can figure out, because how many people come in and they have no idea. We start with keyboard exercises, and then we gradually get up to let's get on the internet. Let's look at these websites. Let's get you an email account so you can see how you can send emails.
And Nicole, I wanted to ask you quickly, we talked a lot about how senior citizens can use it, but, even, young adults may not have any idea, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of younger people that do come in, and it's just, they just never got the skill. They never had it, and they didn't have a computer at home, and they didn't, and it's just that comfort level and not in the unknown as well. It's just, and it's the one good thing is, too, those younger people bringing in their grandmother or bringing in their mother or their father to the course and, referring to them. So it's really exciting to see the development and that sort of thing.
So how much longer is this going to continue?
It's going through, our grant is through the end of 2013.
So you have time.
We have some time.
And then, Rachel, they just come to the library or call the library and find out when the next class is.
They do. Sometimes we post schedules around town, but the best way to get the most up-to-date schedule is to call our number 330-364-4474 and ask for the reference department. They know all about it. They can read you the entire schedule. The important thing to note is that while classes will fill up fast, we also have waiting list, and we have a waiting list for every one of our locations. So if there are no openings, if you go on a waiting list, we will start creating more classes based on who all is on the waiting list. You can also even say, I can't do Saturdays, but I can do afternoons. We track that so that we will call you anytime we have an opening. We don't want you to be afraid, oh my gosh, there aren't any classes open until August. We will add more.
All right, fantastic. Now, another incentive to get people to take these Connect Ohio classes at the library, there's a drawing for, appropriately, a laptop, right?
Yes, that is coming up. Anyone who takes the classes between January and April 2012 will have the opportunity to win a laptop. We're going to do the drawing at our Day of Children, Day of Books, which is April 28th. So, and you don't have to be present to win. You just have to call and schedule and get in there. Right now, we just added 2 new classes to the schedule, just in case we get, a surge of people wanting to take them. And we will continue to add them even throughout till the end of April, just so we can get as many people as possible in these classes.
Fantastic.
If I can add one more thing, a general phone number to call as well. If you're in the area, they'll tell you your closest location, which would, likely if you're in this area, would take you to the Tuscarawas County Public Library. But it's the 1-855-NOW-I-CAN.
Now I can.
Mm-hmm. And even outside of regular business hours, it's an automated system that you can find your closest location.
Fantastic. Well, if anyone needs to learn how to get on computers, like you said, from the basics, the Connect Ohio classes are the way to go, and they are offered at the Tuscarawas County Public Library System. Our guest today on Conversation Corner has been Rachel Leishman, who's been coordinating the Connect Ohio classes locally from the library, and as well as the Connect Ohio project coordinator, Nicole Smolik. Thank you very much for being on Conversation Corner, and for WJER, I'm Jennifer Clark.